Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Monday, October 16th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Texas Rangers vs. Houston Astros. Texas remained unbeaten in the postseason by taking down the Astros 2-0 in Houston in the first game of the ALC on Sunday. Lefty starter Jordan Montgomery picked up his second win of the playoffs by going 6.1 innings and allowing no runs and 5 hits while striking out 6 Houston batters. RHP Jose Leclerc pitched a perfect ninth to earn the save. Rookie outfielder Evan Carter doubled and scored a run and made 2 impressive defensive plays in left field. Outfielder Leody Taveras hit a solo shot in the 5th inning. The Rangers have been winning with pitching, allowing 2 runs or less to their opponent in all but one of their 6 postseason games. Valdez has demonstrated effectiveness at home in 2023, boasting a 3.35 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP in 16 starts. In his career, he holds a 4-3 record with a 2.66 ERA over 9 home starts against the Rangers, and he has maintained a 2.90 ERA in 16 starts overall against them. The Astros pitching staff has proven successful against the Texas offense in recent encounters, securing a 3-0 record with a 3.00 ERA and 1.15 WHIP, along with an average of 7.33 strikeouts per 9 innings in their last 3 regular season matchups. Before their 4 series wins in Baltimore and Tampa Bay, the Rangers struggled on the road, losing 7 of their last 10 games. Over their recent 10-game span, the Texas offense has posted a modest .218 batting average with a .368 ERA. Inclusive of their 5 postseason games, the Astros have emerged victorious in 7 of their last 9 matchups. The Rangers pitching staff faced challenges against Houston earlier in the season, recording a 4-9 record with a 7.16 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP in 114.1 innings against them, allowing an average of over 10 hits per 9 innings. Considering these statistics and trends, the indications strongly favor a Houston victory at home, especially with Valdez taking the mound in Game 2. Therefore, the recommendation is to go with Houston. The Astros lost their second game at home in the postseason by falling to the Rangers 2-0 in the ALCS opener on Sunday evening. Houston's offense managed only 5 singles and struck out 7 times against starter Montgomery and the rest of the Rangers pitching staff. RHP Justin Verlander pitched effectively for Houston, allowing 2 earned runs on 6 hits and 2 walks, but was saddled with his first loss of the playoffs. After scoring 6 or more runs in their first 3 games of the postseason against the Twins, the Houston offense has cooled, crossing the plate only twice in their last 2. Valdez has struggled in his previous 3 games, generating a 0-2 record with a 9.22 ERA and 1.98 WHIP. He lost his last start, which came in Game 2 of the ALDS against the Minnesota Twins. He lasted only 4.1 innings and allowed 5 earned runs on 7 hits and 3 walks. Framber has faced recent challenges at Minute Maid Park, notably posting a striking 7.79 ERA in his last 3 starts there. Evaldi, in his 10 career starts at Minute Maid Park, carries a 4.42 ERA and a 1.40 WHIP, surrendering 14 home runs to Houston batters over 53 innings. Both Texas and Houston boast potent offenses this season, ranking 3rd and 5th in average runs scored per game in the majors, respectively. Consequently, they possess the capability to rack up runs swiftly throughout the game. In their postseason outings so far, the Astros have exceeded the run total in 3 out of 4 games, scoring 6 or more runs in 2 of them. Additionally, in the regular season, 4 out of the 6 games played between these 2 teams at Minute Maid Park surpassed the run total, with a combined 44 runs in their 3-game series in late July. The Rangers displayed an impressive .286 batting average and a .465 slugging percentage on the road against Houston this season. Conversely, their pitching staff struggled, posting an ERA over 5 in 51.1 innings at Minute Maid Park during the 2023 regular season. In their 13 regular season games against Houston, Texas pitchers allowed an average of over 7 runs and 10 hits per 9 innings. With these factors in mind, the signs strongly indicate a high-scoring affair in Game 2 in Houston on Monday. Therefore, the recommendation is to take the over. Next we have Arizona Diamondbacks versus Philadelphia Phillies. The Diamondbacks' first postseason trip since 2017 has been wildly successful, with a first NLCS appearance since they were swept by Colorado in 2007. Versus division rival Los Angeles, they absolutely pounced, with 6 runs in the very first inning of their NLDS series, and they never looked back from there. Against one of the best lineups in the game, Arizona's pitching allowed just 2 runs in each of the 3 matchups and has only once allowed 3 runs this postseason. The lone fault on the pitching end may be the 16 walks allowed, something they'll need to clamp down on if they wish to advance to their first World Series since they won it all in 2001. Gallen, who went 17-9 with a 3.47 ERA in the regular season, kept his momentum into the postseason, picking up a win in each series. He allowed 2 runs and 5 hits in each of those starts, as well as a combined 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. In his one start against Philadelphia this season, Gallen allowed a familiar 2 runs and 5 hits, but did not earn a decision. During the regular season, the D-backs were 22nd overall with 166 home runs, but they seem to have been saving some power for October, where they've hit 13 home runs in the playoffs, tied for most with the Phillies. Gabriel Moreno has led the charge with 3 long balls, while 3 other players have 2 apiece. While this may not be the series that everyone anticipated, it has the potential to be just as captivating as any envisioned. Both teams have hit their stride at precisely the right moment, and aside from one loss for the Phillies, they have both dominated against the teams widely expected to reach this stage. The series opener showcases an exceptional pitching matchup with Zach on one side and Zach on the other. Throughout this postseason, these starting pitchers have consistently positioned their teams for victory, a trend that has held for much of the year. In their lone encounter this season, Gallen faced the Phillies, resulting in a no decision on the road back in May. On the other hand, Wheeler had 2 opportunities against the Diamondbacks, going 1-1 with a 3.00 ERA and recording 10 strikeouts. In matchups against some of the Phillies' formidable hitters, Gallen has performed admirably, holding Tree Turner to a .222 average with 6 strikeouts and 18 career at-bats and limiting Harper to 4 hits, 1 extra base hit, and 3 strikeouts and 12 at-bats. Wheeler, facing some of Arizona's hottest bats, kept Corbin Carroll hitless in 6 plate appearances, while Ketel Marte went 4 for 10 with a double, a home run, and 2 RBIs. The regular season series favored the Phillies with a 4-2 advantage straight up, but these teams haven't crossed paths since June. While I believe Gallen holds the advantage on the mound, the series opener is expected to be a fiercely contested battle, setting the tone for an exciting series. Hence, the recommendation is to go with the Diamondbacks on the money line. The Phillies have been frighteningly good during their postseason run, punctuated by their response to their lone loss thus far. Following their 5-4 defeat in Game 2 of the NLDS, Philadelphia responded with a 10-2 beatdown in Game 3 and a 3-1 shutdown of the Braves' vaunted offense in Game 4. The Phillies' pitching staff has posted a shutout in the postseason and have 3 times held their opponent to just 1 run. Opponents have hit just .188 against Philadelphia's pitchers in the postseason. On the other side, the Phil's offense has been raking, mashing 13 home runs and scoring 31 runs. They enter this series hitting .274 as a club in the postseason with 26 extra base hits and 9 stolen bases. Bryce Harper was already hitting the ball well before his Game 2 base-running blunder turned into bulletin board fodder. In the last 2 games of the Braves series, the Phil's superstar went 3-for-7 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 runs and 2 walks. Harper has hit safely in 5 of 6 playoff games this season, including 4 straight. Wheeler is the ideal candidate for this slot. He started Game 1 of last season's NLCS and was sensational, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 8 over 7 shutout innings. In 2 starts this postseason, the right-hander has allowed a combined 3 earned runs, 8 hits, and a walk over 13 innings. Wheeler has also struck out 18 batters, most of any pitcher in the postseason. This season the over has ruled a head-to-head series, but barely, 3-2. Again, these games were all in the first half of the season, and though the personnel are much the same at this point, these teams are very different. Confidence is sky-high on both sides. While both offenses have been strong over the first 2 series, a few days off followed by the prospects of having to face either Gallen or Wheeler should slow things on that front. Both games in which Gallen has started this postseason have not eclipsed more than 7 total runs. He is very tough to score against and has done incredibly well to work himself out of dangerous situations in these high-leverage postseason situations. Wheeler's last outing was the team's lost postseason loss, and there were 9 runs scored, but he was still outstanding with 10 Burmese shots against that Braves lineup. Against Miami in the NLWC, his win saw a total of just 5 runs scored. Take the under. Thank you for tuning into this video. Kindly consider subscribing to our channel and activating notifications to stay updated on all our future content. For exclusive access to our premium picks, feel free to explore our Patreon page. The link to our Patreon page is available in both the video description and the comments section below. Your support is greatly appreciated.